G'day guys, welcome to another video. Today I am sitting in not a Mark IV Golf, but I'm sitting in a JDM or Japanese car. Unfortunately it is auto, but it is a super cool car. I got it from my sister. I got it as I guess, you know, a swap for fixing my other sister's car. So it was just sitting around for about 10 years. It was collecting heaps of dust. It was just completely, it was really far gone. So I couldn't even. I think I tried to get it. I tried to start it about 3 years ago before COVID. It sounded like it had no compression. It it was just whirring, swirling, very slow crank. And I'm gonna maybe put that down to maybe a weak battery, incorrect battery size. I didn't bother changing any of the fluids or anything like that. I just straight tried to start it. It sounded like a mess. So I just gave up on it. I was like, yeah, you know what? I need to tow this back and then I need to, you know, do some investigation. So I just left it. Fast forward 3 years down the track. 3 years down the track, I have got the motivation again to have a look at the car. I drove down with some tools, some fluids, spark plugs, you know, radio, just, yeah, everything prepared to get it started. What I did to get it started was I changed the fluids, dropped the oil. It was completely gone, black. Don't know if it was even oil anymore, but you know, it came out, flushed it. Put some new oil in, put some oil in the spark plug hole. So I took the spark plugs out, dropped half a cup of oil each in each cylinder. I'm told it helps free up the cylinder walls and lubricates it again and provides compression. And eventually, yeah, we got a new battery in there. Cranked it over a few times. It sounded like there was compression at least this time. It just sounded like it just sounded different to the first time. The first time it just had no compression. This time compression was built, sounded great, but it wasn't firing still. So that gave me yeah, that sort of set us back a little bit. But what I did then after that was I checked, I started checking the basics, any fuel coming into the system. So I heard the fuel pump prime, that was fine. I checked the fuel going to the fuel filter, that was fine as well. Checked it going to the rails, that was fine. Clearly there was fuel, clearly there was air. I checked the filter box, it wasn't blocked. So when I checked the spark, was there any spark? No, there wasn't. The coil or the distributor or something was gone, and I didn't know much about Hondas. I still don't, to be honest. But a quick Google told me that the distributor, if you swap it out, it might solve our issues. So I went off we went to go to the wreckers to find a DC2 or DC4 oops, I kind of revealed what it was, distributor, and got it started, and finally it fired up. And it drove. Now the car's been sitting for 10 years. The tires were flat and I was driving it home and it just felt like I was driving with square wheels, so it was just not good. So I had to get that fixed, and I did. You'll see that in the next video. Got it all cleaned up and you'll see it here. And yeah, now it's in a good position. Right now everything mostly works. There's, you know, a few things that need to be fixed. The SRS airbag light is on. The exhaust is leaking. The wheels are flat. The tires have no treads on them. Brakes are good, surprisingly. The front and rear brakes are good. The discs are good. They're still, you know, it's still solid. The AC is working. That's pretty still solid as well, so that's good. What else? Radio code, I have no idea what that is, but I'll get that fixed. Remote central locking is not working, so I don't know what the deal is with that either. But yeah, there's just little bits and pieces. I think if I get it fixed, and yeah, drive it for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, and look at maybe selling it, see if anyone wants it. Let me know if you want it or not. But here is the car. So the car in question is a Honda Integra DC4 1997 automatic. Unfortunately it is automatic because my sister used to drive this car and it was her daily, she learned how to drive it. I learned how to drive in it as well, and I drove it around for a while. It was a great daily. It's not fast, wasn't good at handling because it had some crappy tires, crappy wheels, crappy the suspension was not set up for anything. It was just a daily driver, and it drove well, and it still lasted till now. Like, it's fired up after sitting for 10 years. It's driven 259,000 Ks, almost 260,000 Ks, and it still fires up like fine. So I'll show you now. Okay. The good old Honda beeping. So it's like it just starts up like a Honda. No issues whatsoever. Everything works. Electrics. Everything is working. It is amazing what the Japanese have done to their cars in the 90s. They just put some work in it. Now, granted, the finish is nothing compared to any Euro cars. Like, it's all plastic, but even the plastic, it's not cracking. It's not the cheap stuff. It's actually the soft touch plastics. So nothing's broken. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I sit in a Golf or an Astra or something, everything is like sagging, everything's sagging, something's broken. Like, it's just all there still. Like, I'm amazed. The only thing that's broken is this passenger side little plastic vent, air vent, but even so, that's like everything just still works. Electrics, it's amazing. They've done all their wiring is still intact, nothing's cracked. I'm used to working on Euro cars, everything's cracked by now. If it's a 1990s car, all the wiring's gone, the wires are touching each other. Like, I worked on an Audi B6 2005, and yeah, it was just everything, all the wires were touching, cracked. It was just a mess. I've worked on 4 Mark IV Golf GTIs. Wires again are just old and battered, so you just got to redo all the wiring again. But yeah, I'll just switch off the car now. And yeah, it's a good car to drive so far. I'll show you some more photos of it when I first got it. I have made some changes to it already, so I won't show you what it looks like, but I'll show you some photos before, when I picked it up, how it looks. When you can see me trying to get it started here with my sister, it was just, it wasn't working at all. So, but yeah, so now it's working again. It's the new project for the channel. The channel is not switching over to JDM or anything like that, so don't worry. It is just something that I've gotten from my sister. It's not a car that I would intentionally buy myself. It's just something that I have decided to take off her hands to work on it. So let's see how we go. And yeah, there'll be some content on it, obviously, but it'll still remain VW, Audi. Yeah, so that's not going to change. But that's it for today. If you like the video, make sure you like, subscribe. If you don't, that's cool as well. It's just, one way to help me to get 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.